I'm Jerry Nolan, and like a lot of you out there, I spent a good
Folks, how many of you out there love to eat sausage? Kielbasa, bratwurst, chorizo, Polish, Italian, mild, medium, hot, fresh pan smoked? If you do, I've got a treat for you. Today, I'm going to show you how to make your own sausage right here at home. First thing you got to have is pretty much a meat grinder. If you're going to cut your own meat, grind it up, and stuff it in its own casing, you got to have a meat grinder. Now, as you can see, I used this little hand crank grinder. Then I moved into the electric grinder there. And these are fine if you're just going to make a few pounds of sausage here and there. But I started making a lot of sausage, mostly deer sausage, but pork sausage as well. So that's when I had to buy this big boy right here. Now this is a 1.5 horsepower meat grinder. It'll grind a lot of meat in a short amount of time.
Today I'm going to make a sausage using primarily deer meat, or should I say venison. This is a nice cut of the back strap, almost too good to grind up into sausage. It has been trimmed and cleaned, so all I have to do now is cut it in nice sized chunks, or at least small enough to fit down the throat of the grinder. Also with this, I'm cutting up a small shoulder, so altogether I should have about 5 pounds or so of deer meat. If you don't have any deer meat, you can always use a Boston butt or really any kind of meat. The fat and seasoning is what's going to make the style of sausage you crave. Now this meat has no fat on it, so to give it that great taste of good old sausage, I'm going to add about 3 pounds of
All right, now that you got the meat all ground up, it is time to play doctor. We are gonna doctor this meat up. All right, so as you can see here, we got a little bit of thick and spicy honey barbecue sauce, some jalapeno peppers, red onions, and that is extra sharp cheddar cheese. Sharp cheddar cheese. You want to use this big block cheese because it doesn't melt as fast when you put this sausage in the smoker. Put a lot of this barbecue sauce in there. Barbecue sauce gonna add a lot of flavor and moisture as well. All right, next I'm gonna chop up some jalapenos. Chop up some jalapenos. That's jalapenos, y'all. Some of you probably like, what's a jalapeno? Chop jalapenos to the mix now, just like that. Put it all in there. Get them all in there. Put as much in there as you want to. Next, red onion. Red onion adds some nice color, and plus it tastes good to me. Chop that up. Chop it, chop it, chop it, chop it. Be so much better if I had one of those electric choppers. But it's not exact science here, what I'm trying to show you. Gonna be onion sausage when I get done with it. Onion and cheese. Add a beautiful red onion to the mix like that. Don't that look good? Smells good. Okay. All right, cut this sharp cheddar cheese up. It's important to buy this cheese in the block, because that shredded cheese comes in the bag will usually melt away when you end up cooking this sausage. It'll just turn to water or milk, whatever it is, and evaporate. These big blocks of cheese like this, takes a lot to make one of them melt. So that way when you bite into the sausage, you got some cheese flavor in there. It don't cook out. That makes sense. I had to learn that the hard way, folks. I spent a lot of money on that bag cheese, putting it in there, and you never could taste the cheese. This is how you do it. I'm telling you. Ask Kevin Ellich. Had to prove it to him. He'll tell you, that's right. Use the block cheese. Hoop cheese is even better. But I wanted some of this good old sharp cheddar cheese. So we got all our ingredients in there. Some sharp cheddar cheese, some red onion, that barbecue sauce, and of course we got our deer meat in there and a little jalapeno. So here we go, time to mix. That's why I got these gloves on. It's kind of like a crazy meatloaf, really, y'all. We're just gonna stuff it into a casing.
Todd's Lawn Care specializes in tree removal and trimming. They do it all. No job is too big or too small. Stump grinding, backhoeing, bush hogging, Todd's Lawn Care has the tools and experience. Licensed and insured for your protection. For a professional job from the ground up, call Todd's Lawn Care.
So we got our meat mixed up. Now it's time to stuff it in the casings. And what I've got here are natural hog casings, or they used to be intestines. So now they're hog casings to stuff sausage in, and they have been thoroughly cleaned. You can get these at pretty much any kind of butcher shop. Like Carol Sausage or Meat will sell you these by the bag. So if you're wondering where you get your hog casings from, go to one of your butcher shops in town. All right. Now, as you can see, I have done this a few times. Run that thing up there like that, and it's time to stuff. Get it on there, cut off what you don't need, like that. Take our sausage mix. We're gonna start feeding it into the pan. Just put enough up there to work with at a time. Don't put it all in there. Just what you're gonna work with at the moment. Just like that. All right, turn this grinder on. Grinder turned on, stuff some meat down in there now. A lot easier to do this if you got somebody to feed it while the other person holds the casing, but you can do All right, so we got our meat stuffed into the casings. Now I'm going to basically shorten this sausage into the length size that I prefer. There's one. We'll go ahead and take that one's twisted already. Just kind of pinch it off a little bit, like that. Do a little twist. Cut. And there's another length. Look at there. Same thing, just kind of go through it. Be easy with it now. You can break these casings. Have a mess. You have you a mess for sure then. There's a good spot right there. Squeeze it, twist it, cut it, and there's another length. Same thing. Squeeze it, twist it, cut it, and we got another length. Look at that. All right, so we got our sausage cut into the lengths that we like. Now I'm just going to give it a quick bath. Just give it a good washing, just like that. Nice and clean now. Get my tub here. I like that. Some pretty sausage right there. Okay, so I got the sausage in the refrigerator, and now I'm going to preheat the smokehouse. As you can see right here is my smokehouse. Now, as you can see here, I got the bottom part of my smokehouse is lined with tin, and then the side walls as well. I got all of this metal out of a trash pile. This was what used to be one of those little metal storage buildings. That's where I got this metal from. It was just all piled up in a trash pile. We got it, recycled it, put it back to use, protecting the inside walls of my smokehouse. Now the smokehouse itself is built out of just pine boards. These planks were from a shipping crate, a pretty big shipping crate, I guess you can tell. I used just about every one of them to make this house. I brought the boards home, knocked the nails out, and then later used it to wall up my smokehouse. Same thing on the other side. I built the smokehouse to the dimensions of these boards, so I wouldn't have to cut anything. A little less work, and made a pretty good sized smokehouse in the process. This door is a recycled wood panel fence, as you can see. I just happened to have enough of it to fit exactly as you see it. I didn't cut that down any. This was left over after I put up a wood privacy fence. Kept this little piece. A year later, it becomes a door for my smokehouse. I found this old barbed wire rolled up just like you see it now, laying here in the area where I was going to build my smokehouse. It was buried under the leaves and in the dirt. The roof is also recycled metal roofing. I found this again in the same place that I found the metal that's inside, in a illegal trash dump near the farm here. People just throw stuff away. You can see big hunks of cheese, onions, jalapenos. This will be some good sausage. Okay, so we got a good bed of hot coals. Now it's time to add the sausage. Here we go. Hey, nobody said doing it the old-fashioned way was going to be the easiest way, but it sure is fun. Now, of course, I can smoke about 50 to 60 pounds of sausage in this little smokehouse, but I don't need to do that much today. And the other thing is, it takes the same amount of wood to smoke 50 pounds of sausage as it does to smoke 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pounds of sausage. So, all right, now it's time to add the smoke. This is oak, by the way. And in about 3 hours, the sausage should be ready. So while I'm waiting for the sausage to smoke, I'm gonna catch up.
Todd's Lawn Care specializes in tree removal and trimming. They do it all. No job is too big or too small. Stump grinding, backhoeing, bush hogging, Todd's Lawn Care has the tools and experience. Licensed and insured for your protection. For a professional job from the ground up, call Todd's Lawn Care.
All right, can I show y'all something? You want to see a pretty sight? Look at this right here. Ooh. Y'all know the old saying, if you're looking, you ain't cooking, but it's almost done. I just wanted to check on it. All right, so it's the moment we've been waiting for. Is the sausage done? I bet it is. Ooh-wee! Some pretty stuff. Pretty. Hot. Ooh, hot, hot. Woo! It is done. Wait till you see this stuff, folks. Now, ain't that pretty? That's what real country style smoked sausage looks like. One other thing, you can eat this sausage right now. It's fully cooked. I did what they call